Hello. Welcome. Episode 22. I always guess. I'm pretty sure it's 22 of the Out of the Park 22 Perfect Draft Dynasty. So this is like, the version number. It's like the eBay 1 of 1. This is the tournament that I did in the last video. I think I said this would be a second round exit, and we definitely were better than that. Getting into the semifinals, picking up 2,500 perfect points. The team here, I mean, it was definitely defensive. Well, I can't say like defensive. Pitching. We were pitching. We were really good pitching wise. Although we're 51st in runs against, but then again, that's also in part because we were in the tournament for so long. So that's going to happen. We were second in starters ERA. We were second in FIP. We were second in pitching more again because we were around for so long. Our defense was good. We again 55th in errors is going to happen when you're in the tournament for a long time. We were 8th in defensive efficiency, 3rd in zone rating. And I remember saying, I think I remember saying I like the defense with this. The offense was where I thought we were going to struggle. And we finished second in stolen bases, which being in the semifinals, I would think that we should have led in that. But our OPS 14th, not bad. 29th in on base, it's okay. Top half is fine, but ranking first in starting pitching, 8th in closer really definitely helped. And our up the middle defense, I believe, helped us as well. The lineup, Maury did play well. Garrett Anderson did what I expected. Candidate showed up, did very well. Everybody else did kind of as expected. The light here was Dustin May, which I've seen for the first time, but an 0.85 whip, which 19 hits or 18 hits in 31 and 2/3 innings, just 9 walks, 24 strikeouts, a BABIP of 180. Really performed very well. So that's something to keep in mind in the future. The bullpen was okay. Wasn't great. John Franco didn't really pitch well, but overall the staff really pitched very well. Even if Doc Ayers went 2 and 4, he still had a whip of 1.02. So he had some tough luck losses in there. Like here, I mean that one not really, but losing 3-0, 3-2. Yeah, I mean he had like one bad start. So overall, not bad. Really not bad. Possum Woodhead really showed up. 5 homers in this one. Really? Not bad there. 8 stolen bases without a caught stealing. I mean, that's kind of what you want. So, all right, let's do a tournament. I haven't decided on one yet, as I never do during this. Well, they're all just starting. In fact, the 64 team isn't even out there yet. So I guess I'll do this 5K. 32 teams. This is 3-4-3-1, I believe. I think that's what it is. So doing well in the last tournament. I know it's always like really small sample size theater, but that pitching was excellent, and you can get far on pitching. I really didn't think we were going to do well with the offense. This is probably a no-brainer. Seeing it already, extreme ground ball and King Felix. The McGuire card is one that really does intrigue me. I would like to pick this card up for a perfect team. As a DH, it's a really stupendous card. It's kind of hard to not take that. I'm not even bothering to look at the other ones. Um, I feel like Felix Hernandez would be so dominant in this that it's kind of impossible not to take this card, even though the McGuire again is a ridiculous card. Um, yeah, I'm really stuck on this one, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go King Felix. I'm gonna go King Felix, even though like I would love to put the McGuire through its paces. Um, King Felix is really where to go there. Lefty O'Doul, Kevin Millwood, Don Notabart, uh, Burt Robarge, Glenn Wright, and Bill Sales. This Glenn Wright, I had this card back in the day. Defensively, it's fantastic. Everything else is kind of meh. Lefty O'Doul, you're looking at a good DH card here. You could put him in left field in a pinch. Everybody else is either Millwood or reliever, and that doesn't really. I'm not really fond of any of this. So I guess I'll take the O'Doul and just make him a DH. Or at least have the idea that he's going to be a DH. Now, third round, we have Jason Dominguez, Sixto Sanchez, Robbie Cano, Jonathan India, Keith Folk, and Randy Reddy. Just looking at the India, the avoid case scares me a good bit. Everything else is pretty good. I know the ridiculous eye can negate the avoid K's. So that card will be up for consideration. Always the Dominguez, really good card. Does lack a little bit center field defense. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. But to me, the pick here is Sixto. Because I mean, how could it not be Sixto with all of the blue in all of the categories? I've been wanting to get this card for a while for a perfect team, even though I probably wouldn't use them much. I just think it's a really good card. All right. Round 4, Willer Brown, Brandon League, Al Brazel, Ron Blomberg, Jeff Jenkins, Rich Reese, Benny Montgomery, Frank Thomas, the outfielder, Rich Garces, AJ Pollock, Irv Young, and Devin White. Well, Benny Montgomery is already a guaranteed. I will never not take him. And I think I'll go with Irv Young, a lefty ground ball pitcher, with excellent movement. I mean, to me, that's kind of a no-brainer. I can look at the Willer Brown, which is a very good card and can play multiple positions, including infield, play shortstop and do reasonable at it. It is a really good card. And of course, there's also Devin White. And I could put Benny in right field because his right field defense is insane. But getting a ground ball pitcher who's a lefty who has all that movement. Now, granted, I don't have the defense yet to justify this, but getting a third elite starter when the opportunity is presented is important. So I will go that route. All right, Joe Nuxhall, Jim Henderson, Aaron Heilman, Ron LaFleur, Scott Barlow, Zach Wheat, Ted Gray, Charlie Hemphill, D. Gordon, Edwin Diaz, Hanley Ramirez, Jimmy Rollins. You think I would take Jimmy Rollins, but this card isn't particularly all that great. Like, I feel like it's an under-repped year for Rollins. So I will not take the Rollins. I will take the Heilman because, I mean, it's a closer. It's ridiculous, and I'm good with that. Zach Wheat, um, you know, it's kind of like a lefty dual clone. I already have a DH, but this D Gordon, the defense is solid enough. The contact is there, and of course the running. Um, yeah, so it's gonna be D Gordon. I don't think I really need to belabor this point. You can look at the handling bravely, but the defense is not particularly good. So we'll go D Gordon and move on. Adam Kennedy, Billy Koch, Jack Lapp, Anthony Rizzo, Devin Williams, Percy Jones, Pedro Leon, Carl Mays, Tommy Laviano. I can't tell if that's an I or an L. Greg Harris, Kenley Jansen, Hal McRae. I am mystified by Devin Williams. He is so freaking good that I just love watching him pitch. I might have to take that. Percy Jones, Troll isn't quite there. Hal McRae in the left. You got the really solid hitting all the way across. And he is a left fielder through and through. I've not really looked at this Leon. It's not bad. It's not a bad card. I could put him in right if I kept Benny in center. Like I could do that. Look at this. Yeah, it's Glaviano or Glaviano. It's okay. It's not like my favorite card that I've ever seen. Rizzo. For the power, honestly, I could get behind this card and put him at first base. I could very well do that. Jack Lapp, the defense isn't there. Yeah, you know what? I'll take Rizzo. And I'll take Williams. Let me just look at Adam Kennedy. All right. I wish this was around last round. I probably would have taken him over the D Gordon. I mean, I'm happy with the D Gordon, but I feel like that Kennedy is such an under-rep card that I really a fan of that card. Now, Leon Williams or Jones, that's the other real issue here. Like I can't like he doesn't play any other position, so I couldn't really take the Kennedy. So Jones as as a fourth starter. I just don't know if the control is there. There's Carl Mays, where he's a ground ball pitcher, but I just seem to remember him like that didn't really go all that well. And then there's the Leon, where I mean I think it's a good card. I'm just not terribly overwhelmed by him. Again, the Devil Williams is such a good card that I would be comfortable taking it, but if I can get, I think I might have to go Carl Mays here and just see if I am reliving some sort of you know stupid existence or whatever, like just stupidity. Oh, again. So going into silver, I need catcher, shortstop, third baseman, a couple outfielders, and more pitchers. I have 5 so far. So Chris Taylor, Cannonball Jackman, Brandon Marsh, Scooter Gennett, CJ Crone, Todd Stottlemyre, Craig Reynolds, Anthony Misowich, Danny Salazar, Hack Miller, Chad Kruder, and Frankie Pitak. I'll start with the Miller because if he could play left field, no, we cannot. Okay, we're gonna like I no. No. Look at the Brandon Marsh. The defense is okay. The defense is good. I mean, the hitting's there, but the defense, I can put Benny in center field at that point. And so Brandon Marsh will be a pickup here. And then we have Cannonball with that excellent. I wish I remember what he did either last tournament or the tournament before. Looking at the catchers, seeing if there's one worth picking up. Honestly, this is a decent card. I could conceive of this card because the catcher ability is pretty good. And if he became my second catcher, that means I got a really good defensive catcher as my first one. Is it worth taking over Cannonball? I think so. I think I wouldn't mind rolling the dice. Even then, I'd probably take the Stottlemyre over Cannonball. Boy, that's actually. I'll take the catcher. I'll take the catcher, and I'm just moving on. Jose Leclerc, Tom Timmerman, Lou Skizis, Josh James, Bob Kennedy, Luis Suarez, which I know I'm saying that wrong. Mike Piazza, Andre Ethier, Johnny Cueto, Travis Lee, Charlie Gassaway, and Daryl Boston. I have used this card. He's really blown up. Or no, this is the rookie sensation card. As a hitter, this is excellent. This I could use as a potential DH. Seriously. And then obviously, where is he? Lefty O'Doul would play left field in that scenario. Gasway card is fine. It's not the greatest card in the world. It's not terrible, but it's not the best. Josh James, a live card. This card's also pretty solid, though the control again, not the greatest. Though I feel like as a fifth starter, I could probably get away with it here. Piazza can't play defense there. Like that's like a decided DH card, and it's not even that great of a DH card. I feel like the James is actually probably better than the Gasaway. Like you're getting top-notch stamina, top-notch hold runners. But it's a fifth starter. And I kind of just want to lean into the stuff. I mean, I could take both too. I could take both. This is such a good hitter's card. Yeah, the homer power's not there, but he's gonna get on base a lot. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'll put what's his face in left field, so my outfield will be set. And that's okay. I can live with that. So now I need a shortstop. I need a third baseman. I need more pitchers. I need another catcher. And then the backups, of course. So Earl Francis, Ryan Healy, Aramis Ramirez. Oh my gosh. John Franco, Trey Mancini, Mike James, Alejandro De Aza, Yank Terry, Dick Hyde, Roberto Perez, George Shuba, Otto Nabe. So I'm taking the Perez because I don't want to compare. I don't need to compare. The defense says it all. I don't care about the hitting in this case. The defense, like Perez will be the starting catcher, I would think. And I am okay with that. And then Earl Francis, ground ball pitcher, very average except for the movement, but we know the movement is really where it's at. So Dick Hyde is fine, not tremendous. Really this overall, like this round isn't all that great. I like that name, but I don't need to grab that. What's Ryan Healy looking like? Very average. Very average, especially defensively. Piazza as a fourth outfielder. No, I want somebody to play all the positions. Ramirez cannot play defense, so that's out. I guess I go with the Francis and live with it. Yeah, seeing these okay. Yeah. All right. I'll take the Francis. Let me just look at the Shuba. All right. Yeah, I'll take the Francis. I'll take the ground ball guy. He'll probably be a back end bullpen piece. All right. Larry Brown, Zach Thompson, Kid Nance, Deacon McGuire, Zach Pop, Devi Garcia, Bill Donovan, Bob McClure, Jeff Tabaka, Sonny Jackson, Cal Raleigh, and Faye Thornberry. Now I have two catchers. And Deacon McGuire can't play other positions. Cal Raleigh can't play other positions, so that's out. David Garcia, fly ball pitcher, I think. Yeah, he's a fly ball pitcher. Though my outfield is not bad in two positions. So that card's, I think, good enough that I could take and be okay with. Faye Thornberry, can he play? No. No. Bob McClure, a lefty reliever. Another fly ball guy, which I still am a shortstop. So it's like, why am I looking at exclusively ground ball guys, you know? Larry Brown. Uh, okay. It's going to be average hitter. Puts me two pretty bad hitters at the back end of the lineup, but the defense is fine. So I'll take Brown. I'll take McClure. Get another lefty. And let's move on. John Curtis, Pat McNulty, Ziff Collins, Don Gross. We're just going to go ahead and take Don Gross already. Jack Burns, Peter Solomon, Bobby Wall, Nick Nelson, Larvell Banks, Pete Rose, Armando Reynoso, and Dave Sheen. I mean, Pete Rose, you kind of have to take for the hitting alone. Give you that really good bat off the bench. I mean, Blanks is a pretty decent card, but Pete Rose, even if he's not playing anywhere, honestly, he might have been the DH over Arias. Like, that card is ridiculous. This card's also really a solid all around card. I mean, average hitter, but the speed, man, the speed. The reason I'm taking Don Gross is he's a ground ball pitcher and a lefty, and he's just a really under rep card to me. So we'll take Rose, we'll take Gross, we'll go to round 12. Domingo Cedeno, Scott Bradley, Dylan Carlson, Chuck Seelbach, Frank Funk, Jorge Mateo, Javi Lopez, Don Cocos, Craig Shipley, Alex Verdugo, JT Charjois, and Sheldon Noyce. Verdugo is a really good fourth outfielder, so that's kind of a no-brainer. So is the Carlson, to be honest. The Carlson's pretty decent too. Coming up on a minute, so I would like to make my decision in the next, couple of seconds. How many pitchers do I have? I should look at that. See, because I have 9. I'll take him. Extreme ground ball with excellent everything except one pitch. All right, Jared Eichhoff, Travis Blakehorn, Andy Ibanez, George Stulin, Stu Clark, Mitch Moreland, Marlon Kopp, Brian Wolf, Chad Walbach, Chuck Hockenberry, Roy Smith, Lewis Head. The Clark can play a couple different positions. He's in. Eichhoff, decent enough. He's in. Ibanez, another guy who can play a couple positions, hit well enough. He's in. I need one more pitcher. The Moreland's probably in, but I want to pick my other pitcher. I want to stay away from. Oh, I don't want to do that. All right. I think I can get by on that. Although let me just double check. You know what? Take the head. And take Moreland. And there. Okay. So taking a look at the roster again, I'll do the changes off camera. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, but I'll do it off camera. looking at the pitching ratings, um, our staff has excellent stuff with the exception of Francis, but Francis is extreme ground or he's a ground ball pitcher with excellent movement. So I think I'm okay on that one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ground ball pitchers, 2 extreme ground balls, only 2 fly ball pitchers. I think we did all right here. Earl Francis is the 5th starter. We have only 2 lefties in the pen. I thought I had more than that, but okay. Okay, that's fine. But Don Gross, I feel like, yeah, he's going to be used more often. I'm good with that. Yeah, overall, I like the staff. I think the staff is pretty decent, and I mean Felix and Sixto at the top of that are that's really good, especially when they have top stamina and I can just stretch them and hold off on the bullpen on those games. And even like Irv Young, I am I will probably have a slow hook on Irv Young too, and then Mays and Francis just normal. And that way the bullpen should probably be good and rested. Yeah, okay, so I did think that Perez would be taken over Pitak. That did come to fruition. So and I thought Gordon might be the DH, and that's what happened. Now this is curious that oh, he can play third, which probably not what I want. It's probably not what I want. But it's also looking like I might have whiffed on a third baseman. Did I really? I guess I did. I guess I did. I can Rose can't really play third base. Yeah. Okay. I'll that's fine. That's fine. I mean, the guys in the lineup that I wanted to be in the lineup are in the lineup. So um the top of the lineup, they're going to be on base all the time. They're going to be base constantly. They're going to be running. Well, D. Gordon will be. Montgomery hitting third. I'm good with that. I actually might move Rose up to second because, again, he's going to be on base all the time and he can run. And so I feel like I'm good if I do that and I move Rice down to the bottom of the lineup after Roberto, because then I feel like I could get 2 leadoff guys, leadoff quality guys at the bottom. Also, I feel like Marsh deserves to be higher up in the lineup. So like my weak spots will be 7 and 8, and that's all right. I think I want to do that. So I'm gonna do that. That's what I did. And then lefties again. This is definitely where I would want Pete Rose. This is the one issue with this lineup. It is really lefty dominant. And that's an issue. Can Stu Clark play defense? He can play a little bit. He's all right. But Larry Brown's a righty. So okay. So we're gonna struggle against lefties, I believe. That would be my guess. But we do have some decent contact all the way through. We got a couple power guys. This is against lefties. Our avoid strikeouts, that's really like the biggest one, and we do have enough guys that will avoid strikeouts, so I am all right with that. Looking at the strategy, the player strategy, we look at the defense. Look at the defense. Roberto Perez, again, will make a huge difference behind the plate. And then our next 3, we've got good pitchers as on defense. But Montgomery out there in center field, pleased with that. Rizzo, good at first base. Marsh, a solid outfielder. And then D. Gordon is okay. Our defense is going to lack in the infield, especially on the left side. The left side's going to be rough. Left side's going to be rough. Looking at the speed, I'm actually not going to be able to do a whole lot of running, which will handicap us. It'll be Gordon, Montgomery, Marsh, Rose. I'll put up a little bit. Pitak, I'd put up a little, and that's going to be it. That'll be it. And then on the control, Felix and Sixto. I would up. I guess I could do this quickly. Slow hook for him. Override. We'll pitch around. Not just now I'm stretching the video out, which is not what I want to do. But just to show you what I'm doing here. Irv Young, I would also not as much as the other guys, but just upping it a little bit on the slow hook. And then D. Gordon, only even up to 4 notches. I go, I do it by, each notch represents 10. So because it's in the 70s, I go 3 notches. And it's in the 60s, I go 2. And Brandon Marsh, which will be 3-2 again. This is not my favorite team from a standpoint of running, where our offense will probably suffer a little bit because of that. Now, because Pedix at 70 with a 53 speed, I'm only going to bump it 2. And I'm not going to touch the aggressive running. Yeah, actually, that's going to be it. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Team is submitted. That's it. This team, I think, can do okay. I do like the staff. The fact that we can't run and create runs, that's going to be problematic. So probably not a winner, probably not a points winner, but who knows? I mean, small sample size could happen. All right, I'm going to end this video. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you on the next one.